Hey everybody, it's Reckless. What I want to do is actually talk about in this video is Crota's End hard mode. Now, I apologize because I know this video is 2 to 3 weeks late. I've been busy and I've been meaning to try to get this out to you. So I figured I'd just do it now. Now, the gameplay in this video is all PvP. There's no PvE in it at all. I've never done a video with gameplay of PvP, so I figured I'd do that. But actually getting on to the actual video at hand. Now, in the entire raid of Crota's End hard mode, every enemy is level 33, which means that they're harder to kill, naturally. And you are either level 32 or lower. Now, in the Abyss encounter, the chest remains the same, doesn't do anything different. When you open the chest, you have a possibility, well, when you open the chest, you can either get Radiant Shards, Energy, a combination of both, or, and you can also get a class item. However, I've got No Land Beyond before on the first chest, so there's a chance, possibility for it to actually spawn an exotic weapon. So, as for the Abyss itself, the only things that have changed are the Cursed Thralls, the Knights, and the Ogres. Now, the Cursed Thralls, Knights, and Ogres are all majors. If you don't know what a major is an enemy with a yellow bar for their actual health. It's just a yellow bar. It is not a yellow bar with a skull. A yellow bar with a skull is an Ultra. Which, if I'm correct, I think the only Ultra in the actual raid is Crota himself. But I could be possibly wrong. Don't quote me on that. But after you actually beat the Abyss and you actually cross that bridge into the White Lights, the weapon that will actually drop is the Oversoul Edict. And that weapon is that weapon is a legendary pulse rifle. That is an arc damage pulse rifle. The next part is the bridge. Now, nothing really changed on the bridge, except for they fixed some of the little cheeses that people can do. But the fact that enemies are still level 33 and you're level 32 if you max your armor out, or possibly could be lower, the fact that they're still harder to beat is still an issue. As soon as you beat that part, you kill the
heavy ammo inbound.
You kill the ogres, and if I'm correct, I apologize one more time. I do want to say that the ogres, and I think the wizard is are also majors. Don't quote me on that. I actually don't remember off the top of my head. If somebody does know, let me know in the comments below, and then yeah, they can actually correct me. So like I said, after you beat that part, you will get the Abyss Defiant. It's not a general, it's not an automatic drop that's gonna automatically give it to you. Somebody will get the Abyss Defiant. I don't think I've ever went through a run and nobody actually got the weapon that they drop at that point. But if it possibly can happen, I'm pretty sure it can. But yeah, so moving on. Now, in the Shrieker area, before you get to Ayarut, the Deathsinger, that's a little area where you have to run. You have a whole bunch of Thrall on the floor. Then you have 2 Shriekers in the air. Now, with that area, for the Shriekers, if you take too long, the Shriekers will respawn. And the Cursed Thralls are now Hollow Thralls, which are majors. They have a different name. I don't remember what the name was, but they're majors. The Ayarut, the Deathsinger, apparently, as soon as you cross the doors, you have a minute and 40 seconds before Ayarut actually sings her song, or starts to sing her song. Nothing's changed in this fight except for I want to say here the knights and the wizards are all hollowed. I don't remember if that changed from normal or not. But the wizards and knights are hollowed. And one thing that they actually did change for this, or it probably was a patch before hard mode came out, is after you killing Iron Youth, the Deathsinger, and clearing out the rest of the area, there is a chance for an exotic weapon drop. Now going back to the second chest real quick, I don't know if a exotic weapon drop actually happens or not. I've never gotten one, but I think it is possible, but it might not be. So don't quote me on that. So yeah, which leads us to the very end of the Crota Fight. I'm sorry, the very end of the raid, which is the Crota Fight. The Boomer Knights are now majors. If you kill the Boomers, then a Hollowed Wizard spawns. And underneath the Crystal Room, pretty much where you start the IRU fight, a Gatekeeper is in the middle lower room. So you can't do the rooms in the middle and do the ogres down there anymore. You have to do the ogres a different way. I guess the way that myself and a couple of my friends did it is after getting Crota down twice, if there was a third sword, and I'll get into what I mean by was, what we would normally do is run into the far right room where the ogres spawn. Everybody gets on top of the doors, kills the ogres, kills the ogre, and then somebody pops a bubble with Blessing of Light, and we will all shoot the other ogre from inside that room.
Ammo available.
Now, what I meant by if there was a third phase to the swords, I don't think I said phase, but if there is a third sword phase, you will have to kill the ogres. It is possible to kill Crota in 2 sword phases. I've actually done it before with friends of mine. Shout out to Twinkie, Nicole. They actually are the ones who set everything up. I'll put a link to that video in the description below. As for Crota himself, Crota will automatically enrage at 15 to 20% health. So when that happens, he will automatically summon an Oversoul. You have to kill Crota when he enrages. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to do it. If you don't, you're gonna die, and then you're gonna wait. Now for the after you beat Crota, there's several things you can actually get from that. As for weapons, you can get the Word of Crota, which is a void hand cannon. You can get the Fang of Iryut. Oh, excuse me. You can get the Fang of Iryut, which is a scout rifle that does arc damage. You can get the Crux of Crota, which is an item that will upgrade the Eidolon Alley, or Eidolon Alley, however you want to say it, into the Necrochasm. Other things that you would get from beating Crota is the Glowhoo Shader, the Bane of the Gods ship, and the S13 Grave Robber Sparrow. A friend of mine said he actually has a Sparrow. It just like one of the other previously released Sparrows. I think it's the one that you get from Atheon hard mode, which I think was called the Timebreaker. Don't quote me on that. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. It'll explode just like the Timebreaker does if you accelerate too fast. That's what they said. I'm not sure if it's true because I don't have one yet. But when I do get one, I'll test it out, play it. I'll do what I want. Now, For
Heavy ammo
the
on
rest
the way.
of the actual raid, if you do the raid on normal, the special weapons that drop are
Heavy ammo available.
Black Hammer, which is a legendary sniper rifle that does solar damage. Light of the Abyss, which is a legendary fusion rifle that does arc damage. Swordbreaker, which is a legendary shotgun and does void damage. For heavy weapons, you have the Hunger of Crota, which is a legendary rocket launcher that does solar damage. Then you have the Song of Iruyut, which is a legendary machine gun that does arc damage. Now, as for the exotics out of the entire raid, these are a list of the exotics that actually come out in the raid. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Now, the list of exotics that actually come in this raid,
5 minutes remaining.
that could be hard mode, normal mode,
Show
is
no mercy.
Hard Lights, which is an exotic auto rifle, Service Regime, which is an exotic auto rifle, Monte Carlo, which is an exotic auto rifle, Red Death, which is an exotic pulse rifle, The Last Word, which is an exotic hand cannon, Hawk Moon, which is an exotic hand cannon, Needle Multi-Tool, which is an exotic scout rifle, No Land Beyond, which is an exotic sniper rifle, and Universal Remote, which is an exotic shotgun. Now, all those are the primary weapons. No Land Beyond and Universal Remote are both primary weapons that obviously you can go in your primary slot, but one's a sniper rifle, one's a shotgun. Normally, those are special weapons. Now, for special weapons, you can get the fourth Horseman, which is an exotic
Single
shotgun.
victory doesn't win a war,
That's also a
but
PlayStation
it's a good
exclusive.
start. Good work.
Then Icebreaker, which is an exotic sniper rifle. Patience and Time, which is an exotic sniper rifle. Plan C, which is an exotic fusion rifle. Now, all those are special weapons that you can get. Now, for the heavy weapons, you can get Dragon's Breath, which is an exotic rocket launcher. Yalahorn, which is an exotic rocket launcher. Truth, which is an exotic rocket launcher. And Thunderlord, which is an exotic machine gun. And then for the armor, just all raid armor. Nothing's changed
Heavy
in that.
ammo available.
So yeah, that's pretty much everything in Crota's End. Hard mode, normal. If there's anything that I missed, let me know in the comments below, and then I will try to add something in the next video that I do about it. Other than that, let me know what you guys think about the video. Enjoy the rest of the video. This is Reckless, and I'll see you guys later.
More efforts like that, and we might just win this.